Maybe I need a little bit more light. 1 second. I'm a little cold. Let me turn the radiators up. Hi, Izzy. Hi, Brian. Hi, Dominique. That's better. It's hard sometimes to get the light right. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Dominique. Hi, Lewis. Hi, Thomas. So hi guys, welcome to a live stream. If this is the first time you've ever been on the live stream before, then you can ask questions through Skype, which is Lisa Cairns 12. If you want to come to one of my events, I have an event at Easter time. I have a retreat at Easter. Which is Wednesday the 28th of March to Wednesday the 4th of April. And that's in Canar, Spain, which is the south of Spain, which is very beautiful. And that's for Easter time. So I think it's Easter Friday. So that's Wednesday the 28th of March and it's Easter Friday on the Friday. Yeah. That's the only event I've got planned at the moment. Maybe there'll be more. I'm not sure. It's very beautiful in Spain. I like doing it there, so I keep going back. What else? I tend to do these talks every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 p.m. French time, but always check my website because sometimes I'm unavailable to do the talks. Especially when it's like Christmas or holiday time, so always check. So it's all about being in this moment. It's not about being perfect. It's not about being a better version of you. It's about what's actually happening. And when you first start this subject, you think you've got to be in this moment. But then you begin to realize it's impossible for you to be in this moment. There is only this moment. And in this moment appears and disappears a you. But the you isn't an experiencer of this life. And the reason that this is an important realization is because seeing that who you are isn't the person, the character, it allows that character and that person to be fully itself. While you believe you're limited to being that person and that character, then you're always trying to be the perfect version of you. And you're trying to, well, you're not trying to, but you live in a timeline. You're always watching yourself in time, whereas really there is only what's happening. And also seeing that you're not responsible for this life. Like it's such a big idea, the idea that you are responsible for this life, that you're living this life, and seeing that you are being lived. It's absolute forgiveness for you and the other. It's not meant to be passivity. I think I and many people take it as passivity too often. Apparently the volume is low again. Okay, so I'm just going to go and look. Oh, maybe being recognized in and out. So please let me know if that still hasn't fixed the volume. Well, I should have fixed the volume and it doesn't connect well enough. Volume okay. I can also check it as well. Wow, my internet is super quick today. Hello?
Hello?
Oh yeah, that sounds like good volume. To really see that the you is a flow of events, that there's not actually somebody with free will and choice inside this body. The you is a flow happening, like the wind, like the ocean, like the sunlight. When you believe that life is your responsibility and it's your responsibility to be happy, you're always looking in time for that happiness. So you think, it's my responsibility, me. Okay, so I've got to add to myself, and you're trying to make yourself fixed, and you're trying to find that completion. When you see that person is coming and going and being experienced by boundless freedom, then it's such a relief and relaxing from that. Very low volume. Hang on. Let me just look. It might be you, Alango. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
That sounds like really good volume to me. Yeah, I think it's good, Lango. I think it's you. I don't think it's me. Whoa. Oh no. Skype's just changed. They've just totally updated it. I don't know if you've realised. And it's changed all my preferences. I'll just plug this in for the moment. I don't know how to stop the sounds. Wow. So there's an appearance of free will and there's an appearance of choice, but there's nobody actually making choices. There's nobody with free will. It seems like there is, so it seems like you can say raise your arm and you raise your arm, or you ask for a drink, but there is nobody that does that. Like, who is it that's raising the arm? When you raise your arm, who is raising the arm? When you think, where does the thought come from? When you begin to see these body minds are like robots, then there begins to be a freedom from it. You understand the thinking. So all of us can have hateful thoughts, or you can have hateful thoughts about somebody or something, and seeing that that's not who you are is such a relief. When you believe that's who you are, then you feel ashamed of yourself and you have so much mental anxiety about yourself or about the other. So it's seeing that none of that is who you are, and that totally relaxes the seeking to try to be a perfect person. You do not need to be a perfect person in order to be loved. You are love. You are this love. Okay, we take a question. I keep getting distracted. Hi Lisa, can we talk? I'll just say what I have to say. Maybe you will respond, maybe not. You're very welcome to call Thomas if you like, and we can speak. I have never been happy with my entire life. No teaching ever helped me, and no practice ever helped. I've never had a girlfriend. I have never had a success, even though I tried so hard. All I've ever had is a nightmare. I'm never happy emotionally. I was happy for 1 hour one year ago, and that's it. I don't know what to do anymore. I want to commit suicide like years ago, because no matter what I do, life is always working to ruin everything that I do. I don't want any of it. I don't want to be a victim, but nothing seems to be able to help. Diet, exercise, spirituality, meditation, positive thinking. I had such a bad childhood that I'm not able to do anything with my life. I'm 25 years old, jobless boy that never had a girlfriend. I'm completely abandoned, nobody ever loved me, and I am so blocked, and I have such a dense pain body that's impossible to dissolve, and I will commit suicide at some point. I am getting closer and closer. I can't wait anymore for better days. They never come. There is only that present nightmare, panic, fear, always some sort of pain and suffering. No matter what, I don't know what to do anymore. I think, Thomas, you should seek professional help, as in like a therapist, or go to your doctor and ask for a therapist. I don't think you're alone. I think there's other people that experience this, and I think meeting other people and speaking to a doctor will be really helpful for you. And it's really sad that you had such a difficult childhood, and I'm sorry that we live in a society in which some children don't have a fair and even upbringing and balanced upbringing, and I apologize for all of our society that that's the case. There is a better life out there for you. I think you just need to open up to people around you and start talking about it. And it's really brave that you decided to write in to me and say this now, but you could go to your local doctor. I don't know what country you live in, but I presume it's a European, so hopefully your government will pay for therapy. You know, if you're in a really bad mental state, then there's always medication. I'm not pro-medication, but I do think at times when sometimes the mind is so negative, medication can help to an extent. Like it can help pick you up again when you're at your worst points. I don't think suicide's the answer. So I wish you all the best. Maybe non-duality isn't the best thing for you at the moment because it's maybe too passive, and maybe you need a more proactive approach to this where somebody can really point out to you the things that have happened to you and your thought processes, and somebody that's more hands-on. Whereas non-duality you could take in so many different ways, and you could maybe take it in a hopeless way or helpless way, because that's what I get the sense that you're saying. You feel helpless and hopeless. But I wish you all the luck, and thank you very much for writing in and being so brave. Hi Richard. Hi Elango. Hi Open Eye Han. Hi Morana. Hi Maha. Do you meditate? It depends what you call meditation, but I like just sitting. Yeah. Hi Asborn. Hi Anil. Hi Eric. Hi Lisa. Thanks for talking to me last week. I'm definitely taking as passivity, and I've lost a bit of motivation for old goals. Yeah, sometimes that's the problem with non-duality, is it can make us too passive. Like can make the personality type too passive, because non-duality is speaking about the seeking not being it, that seeking to achieve freedom and love and completion in your job, in your relationship, in your career is never gonna get you there. But that doesn't mean that you lose sort of your desire for life, your desire to do this or that. But that desire is not looking for completion in it anymore. It doesn't think that one day you're going to arrive. Like when I was younger, I was always waiting to arrive, and I thought, when I complete this or when I do that, I'll arrive. And sometimes as you begin to see that you're never going to arrive, it can change your desires and your actions. But it's not about becoming desireless or totally passive. It's a funny thing, because it's about being fully human and also not human. That you're not this personality structure, but it's not about totally becoming passive. Like, I'm not this, so it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what anyone else says or does. I'm not the doer, so I don't have to do anything. It's not about that. That's stories you tell yourself. It's still having that passion for that creativity, but it's seeing that you're never going to arrive. You're never going to get there in anything. It's about what's happening. It's about the sound of my voice, the computer screen, the room, the sound of the clock ticking, the lights. Hi, Megan. Hi, Lisa. I just wondered what you find helpful when we have attachment issues, especially in relationships. I understand we're perfect and whole as ourselves on a thinking level, but I seem to get very attached in relationships, and my self-worth can be based on how much someone likes me. What do you suggest to help get out of that thought pattern? Thank you. Just about being really honest with yourself. So what is it that you want from the other person? What is it that you're getting from the other person? And what is it that you need from the other person? And just go deeply into those feelings and feel them. What is it that they give you that you get addicted to? What drug is it that you become addicted to? That's that feeling of self-worth, that feeling of being connected. And just see it for what it is. Doesn't mean you have to change it or try and stop it or fight the ego, but just see it for what it is doing. So just acknowledge it. And I think the acknowledgement and the bringing it into light stops it acting unconsciously, because the more that you see those dynamics, the less you'll stop on the surface trying to achieve those dynamics, because it doesn't bring you happiness. It actually makes you feel uncomfortable to be addicted to someone's love or attention. It can have nice highs, but it's addictive. But just to be clear, sorting out the personality structure and doing all these things isn't about waking up. Waking up is seeing that person that's seeking, that person that's looking for itself in time, is not who you are. Who you are is this presence, this empty looking. That's nothing and everything. Hey Lisa, I was wondering how many places will be available at your next event. I think the retreat center can hold 60 people, but I think we only normally sell about 30. We don't, if you do 60, then everybody has to be in a double room, and we sell single rooms. But normally I get between 20 and 30 people on retreats. Sometimes more. Like in the summertime, often there's more people on retreats. Like I think for the French retreat last year, we were 40 something. Hi Denny. Hi Whitney. Can you say hello to my son Zane? Hey Zane. Oh, there's the camera. Hey Zane. Hey, Katiana. Bonjour. J'ai sollicité vous appelé sur Skype. I'm not sure what that means. Did I do a good job pronouncing it in French? Who knows? I am in French lessons at the moment. We were doing the alphabet the other day. A, B. I can actually do it A, B, C. I have to look at my photo though of what the alphabet is. A, B, 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 C, C, D, U, F, G, I, O, I. On a hash. Ash. Oh, okay, I won't try and bore you with the French alphabet. A little bit slow. Okay. Thank you. Have you theories on what this divine nothingness is? Could it be aliens? I don't know. I don't know who created all of this. The nearest we can get to the creator is that empty looker. That empty looker that's right here. Who is it that's looking out of your eyes? Who is it that hears the sounds, that sees the views, that touches the seat? Who's experiencing? And then that's the closest we can get to it, is the awareness or the movement to that empty experiencer, that no thing experiencing itself as everything. But we can never look at that emptiness. We can never look at the experiencer because the experiencer is looking. So you can just know this alive presence, but it's a mystery to everybody. There's no questions tonight. Do you think quantum physics sort of explains non-duality on this physical realm? Yeah. God, I'm cold. I'm just going to go to the toilet. Cold. It's freezing here this weekend. It did snow on Friday, I think. Ooh, I just can't get warm. Oh, suddenly lots of questions appeared. Hi, this is from Shannon. I'm not sure if this is where questions are being asked. I'm working through a nasty cough, etc., and wondered, when there's physical suffering, is there a non-dual way of looking at it or being with it? No, non-duality and the person aren't the same thing. So non-duality is that empty looking, that's looking at the person, that wonders, is there a non-dual way to look at my cough? So the empty looker is the experiencer of all things. So the person could think, I'll do this and that will be more non-dual, or I'll do that. But really the non-duality is the experiencing of that very thinking. The other part about non-duality that maybe relates to the person is that the person, when there's just total identification with the person believes the person always feels like it lost something, which it did, which is wholeness, which is who it truly is, and it feels disconnected. And then that person looks for connection in time. So it looks for it in the next moment, it looks for it in money or a relationship or enlightenment. and it keeps looking in the future and trying to avoid things that have happened in the past. And so on the human level, that's how the disconnection from non-duality appears on the human level, is that the person becomes a seeker for that connection in time and believes that that connection will be found in an object, which it won't. So on the human level, the person can examine what its experience is. So if you've got a cough and a cold and there's lots of suffering around that, then you can examine the thoughts that underlie that. Like why do you want to get out of the cold? What is it the thoughts are saying? So if you're in a lot of pain and you feel really dozy and drowsy, you could go to bed and just lay in bed and watch TV and cuddle up with a hot water bottle. But maybe your mind believes that non-duality or happiness is found in doing things, and that you've got to be productive and you've got to do things. So there's an internal battle. So rather just surrendering to what the body wants, there's a battle to carry on and try and do things. And that battle most probably comes from that seeker that always believes that freedom is going to be found around the corner. It's not conscious, it doesn't consciously think freedom's going to be found around the corner, but there's always that energy to seek in the next things. So non-duality is the seer of that one that wants an answer. That's the non-duality. And then the person, when it's disconnected from that, is always seeking for the freedom in time. When the freedom is here, the freedom is the seeing, the hearing, the speaking, the feeling. It's in what's happening. Who is it that's experiencing all of this? The personality structure isn't the experiencer. Who experiences that personality structure? Because notice, the one that's thinking about what I can do about my cold is being experienced. So something that's being experienced inside the dream cannot be the experiencer. There must be something prior to that. So who is that? Who's experiencing that one that's thinking that? Hey, Jackie from Ireland. Oh, Jackie, nice. It's been a long time. I haven't heard from you. Nice to hear from you, Jackie. Hi, Dominique. If there are no questions, I have one off topic. Do you have children, Lisa? And if not, do you wish to have some soon? I have a dog. I've always had dogs. There's been few less years in my life that I've not had a dog. Few years in my early 20s, but I've always had a dog. And so this is most probably where my mothering instincts go to. Poor Khaleesi, she wants to be a wild wolf running around being a savage, and then she's got me like, oh, you go poo 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 poo, you get to go poo poo poo, Beastie, ooh, beep 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 boop, to go poo poo. Oh my God, she's so cute. So I'm one of those women that mother their animals. Lucky it's not a cat I have, because I think that's got a worse reputation. I've got a dog, and it's so funny because she's quite wild dog. She's originally from Thailand, from the streets of Thailand. And you got me, oh my God, you should see her right now. She's so cute. I don't have children, but I have a dog. Do I want children? It is unlikely that I want children. There's a part of me that does want children, biologically. I can feel that. I can definitely feel that biologically. But there's also a part that doesn't as well. So, you know, haha, I love that answer. Yeah, dogs have many similarities with children. They're just a lot easier. So if Khaleesi becomes too annoying, I can quite easily lock her in the garden, and that's considered the normal treatment of a dog. You're not considered a bad owner. Or if guests come around and she's not being very polite, I can put her in one of the bedrooms. Whereas if you had a kid, that's maybe not acceptable. So a dog is a lot easier, I think. Hey Keith, I'm glad you said yes to the question of whether quantum physics, and I'd say astrophysics, fits with non-duality, e.g. the idea of the universe as being a thing like a box. Doesn't make any sense. So how can it be in it of the universe, I meant? Huh? That requires quite a bit of concentration. Yes, the question of quantum physics, and I'd say astrophysics fits with non-duality, e.g. the idea of the universe as being a thing, like a box. Doesn't make any sense. So how can be in it? Oh gosh, that's too complicated for me, Keith. I can't make sense of that. I've had a long day. Ooh, I catch you life again. Long time ago. Hey, pretty Lisa. Hey, catfish. Oh, I didn't reply to your email. I did read that. I meant to reply. I think it's still too complicated, Keith, no matter how you reply it, how you rephrase it. I'm cold. I have to go in a minute. I'm meant to be going out for dinner tonight. But there's no questions tonight. Has anything changed there, as your website says you've had many more awakenings? What? I think that must be a mistake on my website. many more awakenings from when to when. I think that's all for tonight, because I've got to go out for dinner and I need to get ready. So see you on Wednesday. Thank you, guys. Have a nice evening. Bye.